With Own Every Word, you can own every word in the metaverse.
Hammy Ground.
Dunkles. Oppo Time Snack.
And every word is a one of one. And do we have a roadmap and utility? You bet your ass. Have you read it all yet? Okay. Own every word. It's another NFT project.
Hey everybody, welcome to Own Every Word, the game show. It's the game show where our dedicated audience called the Word Heard submits answers to fill in the blank questions, and we have a terrific panel of comedians that decide which is the best answer. Whichever answer they pick is the best from that word herder, they win an incredible NFT prize because this is the future. I'm your host, Matt Harris. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I am accompanied by a terrific panel of very funny comedians, but we're going to throw caution to the wind and we're going to jump right into round one immediately. Now, every month we have a theme, and this month it's Pirates Booty. I'm just going to leave that right there and let the game play out itself so that you can see what that is. Let's take a look, though, at what our resident scallywags came up with for round one. And here we are. Yo ho, the blank life for me. Let's see what the word heard has submitted. Yo ho, the pickled life for me. The bachelorette life for me. The intermission life for me. The handsy life for me. The layman life for me. The workout life for me. The lawn party life for me. The recluse life for me, the bloodthirsty life for me, and the toke life for me. All right. Thank you, Word Heard, for submitting that. And now let's talk to the group. We just want to get some of your initial thoughts. What jumps out at you? I'm going to go as I see everybody lined up. So first, Danielle Soto. Hello.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. Which one of these words, or it could be more than one, what jumps out at you? What do you think fits in the prompt like first impressions?
Okay, so as I was reading these down the line, I was like, okay, I see the one I want. And then as you said it, I realized I don't pronounce that word correctly. I think you're pronouncing it layman. I'm thinking it's laymen, like men that get laid.
Okay.
So obviously, straight off the bat, horrible at this. But then I really like bloodthirsty. I guess I'm already getting in the holiday spirit of Halloween. I'm surrounded by vampires already. So I'm like, I'm feeling kind of bloodthirsty.
Okay. So you are surrounded by vampires already.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm going to take it as it is. I'm going to take it as it is and say that sounds like an exciting life. So that's your first impressions. I'm loving it. Let's go to Mr. J. Washington. Mr. J. Washington, what pops out at you?
So I went through this whole list my damn self, and I was like, the bachelorette life ain't for me because I'm not going to have a bunch of dick lollipops in my face and a bunch of male strippers. So I just eliminated that. The handsy life for me means I just don't do nothing but touch myself 17 times a day. So I was like, that's not going to be it. Bloodthirsty, I'd have a criminal record. Okay. I'm not going there. But the one that worked for me quite honestly, was just workout. Like, yo, that's the life for me. Like, that was the one that stood out for me.
Okay. Yeah. Practical, to the point. Can't argue with that. And now let's go to Burger. Burger. What you?
I mean, I read it and just I've been married twice, so this sounds like a Dear John letter, like what something I would have written to my ex, like yo ho, the recluse life for me, I'm leaving. I don't know. That's all I found in it,
With the edible arrangement, now, I hope. Yeah.
And now the pickled life for me because I said this on air, so it'll be both.
It's not a divorce, it's just intermission.
Yeah, the intermission life for me sounds like somebody who's just like, I'm about to die eventually, but you know what? We're going to take a pause on that real quick.
Yeah, yeah. I could do with some intermission time in my life. Okay, so these are all good first impressions. Now, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to take your writing utensil. I'm going to ask you to take your writing surface, and I want you to start writing down what you think your final answer is going to be. Now, while you're doing that, we're going to go over to Sam Proof and check out the comment section, see what the word herd has to say. Maybe they can help sway you one way or another.
All right, let's take a look. Starting us off, J.K. Palm says this is obviously layman. So, yeah, agreeing there. Irish says booty, booty everywhere. Thanks, Irish, writing another song. Thanks for joining us. Spin to Turtle says the answer here is clearly pickled because I think that should be rum and grog. That's all. G Games, the toke life for me. It didn't take long to get there. I expected that sooner. Punkish says, let's be honest, it's recluse life. It's recluse for the most of us. Which, by the way, selling point on moving to Los Angeles right now because you can just be like, oh, it's 106. I'm not going out. That's my excuse anyway. T. Richardson says a token right now, so I'll pick pickled. And then a pickle Rick. Thanks for that. Irish Lunatic. Yeah. Irish Lunatic says the name Burger is an alpha male move. Love it. And Moonraven, also on the burger wagon, says Burger brought the meat to the party tonight. But let's see if we can bring the party to a consensus. Back to you.
Okay, everybody. Now, look, we've heard your first impressions. You've heard what the word herd has to say. Let's see if you came to a final answer. So, Danielle, what did you write down?
I put intermission.
Okay. So what about that? What about that's making it your final sticking point?
I kind of liked what Jay said about just taking an intermission, but it's like I think it's so much more poetic than being like, I have to pause, I have to take a break. You just go, you know what? I'm a star and I need an intermission.
I love that. That's a good. That'd be a good thing to just call in to work with. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not coming in. I'm taking an intermission.
100%.
Because it's an indeterminate amount of time. Okay, so Mr. J. Washington, you are an influencer. Did you stick to your guns? Did you change? What do you have written down there?
I legit changed what I'd written originally because I was like, after listening to the reasons between the two of these people, I was like, let me go ahead and think possibly what would work. And for damn sure, I didn't pick intermission because I just said why. However, I did choose recluse. Okay, I went with recluse. Okay, that's what I went with.
Okay. Keep it, playing it low. Burger, what you got?
Well, gotta go with my friend Jay, man. We'll have a whole recluse party of all of us, not being around each other.
All right. So what we have here is a majority. Now, so before we make a ruling on this, Danielle, do you think you can be? Did your two panelists here sway you in any way to change your answer?
No, but I do have something that may sway their answer. Am I allowed?
Hit it.
I like. Intermission comes with snacks.
Being a recluse means you eat all the damn snacks. That's all you do is sit up with snacks. You sit up with snacks in yourself. And just you wrote it down. Secondly, you wrote intermission. You had intermission down on standby.
Look. I got the munchies. She said snacks.
Boom, right there, Burger.
We got a flip. So before we make a
over.
ruling, Mr. J. Washington, 2-1. Are you sticking to your guns or
I'm sticking to my guns? I'm going wreck. You're lucky I didn't change anything else, but I'm staying recluse.
True to your word on sticking to your guns and taking the reclusive position? I gotta respect that all the way through. Never let it be said that Jay Washington does not do what he says he's going to do. But we got to come to a consensus. So majority rules. Intermission is our winner for this round. Congratulations to Mr. Merk. You are our winner. You would be expecting your unofficial NFT prize to be coming to you soon. And we are on to round 2. Let's see what's going on. But before we get to round 2, everybody's loose now. We kind of got a sense of everything. Let's meet our panel. Let's meet everybody and say hello. So first up, he has his name on the Comedy Store wall. everybody. This is big time. And he runs an incredible show every Tuesday at the Brass Monkey Pub House in Canyon Country, California. It's Burger, everybody. Welcome, Burger.
Woo.
All right. I can't go to see it at the wall, but yeah. And so, thank you. I'm a comedian. I'm a special education teacher. I'm a father. So not happy in any way. That's all of me. That's mostly what I do.
Hey, I'm glad to have you here, Burger. Let me ask you this. Now,
Yes.
Because we're talking about words, what is your favorite word of late? What word do you find yourself using more often than not?
Word, like one word is hard. Because it's like, okay. You're killing your father. Get away from me.
I get it. Yeah.
And that's just how I greet my kids in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Relatable.
I like it. You know, it gives them a sense of perspective.
Keeps them in check.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Next up, let's meet our next guest. She is the host of Dr. Cheesecake Podcast, where she uses episodes of the Golden Girls to solve all of life's problems, because of course that's how you do that. And you can catch her on Disney's official Golden Girls Facebook and Instagram live on September 14th. We have Danielle Soto, everybody. Danielle, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is so much fun.
Hey, it's going to be even more fun the more we do it. I'm glad you're here. We're talking about words here. Let me ask you this. Okay. Let me give you a Marie Kondo question. What word gives you joy?
So lately, I have been using this word a lot to describe things that are not boring. And the word is whimsical.
Okay. Whimsical.
Yeah.
I like it.
I went on a date with a guy. He was whimsical.
Especially when you give it that little pause right there. And for you, that's just a level above being not boring.
Yes. Boring,
Absolutely.
Down with boring, up with whimsical.
Whimsical. That's the new hashtag, everybody. And thank you for being here. And last but certainly not least, he's a stand-up comedian, host, and actor who you will see in the upcoming Showtime series American Gigolo. It's Mr. Jay Washington, everybody.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I appreciate it, man. It's good to have to be here, to turn off my air conditioner to do this for an hour. So y'all better appreciate all this. The fact I'm sweating like a goddamn on slave over here. It gets real hot in this apartment real quick, okay?
Oh, man.
Y'all got about 36 more minutes of me before I start out here sweating like I'm at a child support stand. But I'm happy to be here. I got about 36 more minutes. I got the towel. I'm on my second bottle of water. Do y'all not understand? Okay, but I'm here.
This was good. So this is not even a game show anymore. This is an interrogation on this poor man right here.
Man, listen. Got these lights on for y'all. I got all this heat together. I just had to do a self-tape audition where I had to turn on more lights. So I was like, all right, I get to take a break between that and try to let my apartment cool down. And then I looked up and I was like, well, damn it. Yeah, here you go again. So we here and I'm being hydrated.
Let me tell you something.
You look thin.
I'm gonna tell you something, and this is coming from me in the world. You turn that air conditioner on. You're gonna get a chance to. You turn that air conditioner on, because I'll tell you right now, I did not turn mine off. So I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you're sweating it out for you. We will break you of the information soon enough, but welcome all of you. And now that we know you a little bit better, now the word herd knows you a little bit better. Let's jump right into round 2 and see what these landlubbers came up with here. We don't have a plank, so you'll have to walk the blank. Let's see what the word herd came up with. We don't have a plank, so you'll have to walk the horde. You'll have to walk the plonk. You'll have to walk the window. You'll have to walk the oars. You'll have to walk the bus. You'll have to walk the physical therapist. You'll have to walk the garage.
What?
You'll have to walk the ding dong. You'll have to walk the briquettes. You'll have to walk the couch. Okay, word heard. You do it to me every time, and you came out swinging this round too. Oh, so dig deep into your subconscious, panelists, because I'm going to mix up the order here. Mr. J. Washington, the man who's sweating it out for us, what jumps out at you first?
I'm not walking no ding dongs. I'm just not about that. That don't even sound pleasant for anybody involved in that. Even the ding dong you walking.
I have to agree.
You're walking a ding dong out here. We ain't got no planks. You got to walk on this ding dong. Man, I'm not even walking a hostess ding dong. You got to walk the plunk. Who was out here just like, yo, I don't feel like spelling all the way. So there should have been an A. I'm just gonna put an O out here. That's literally what that feels.
It does sound like a generic version that they're like, well, we don't have a plank, but we have plonk. If you want to try that.
It sounds like the most Kirkland brand plank ever. Like, yo, we got it on discount. You know what I'm saying? It might not last.
Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. We lost you for a second, Jay, but we got you back.
I was
now.
like, the heat and took out my internet and me talking about Costco. Look at them trying to get me.
They're listening. They're always listening. Very relatable first impressions. Burger, what do you say? What jumps out at you?
First of all, don't piss off the hostess people like that again, Jay. They'll shut the whole show down.
Man.
And you know what's funny is because he said, I'm not walking on a ding dong, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I would be like eating the ding dongs as I was walking, and we were thinking of two totally different ding dongs. Because you were probably thinking of hostess. No, but so I would do ding dong because I would like either I love hostess.
Okay. Two sides of the same word, different perspectives. Danielle Soto, what jumps out at you with all this?
Okay, so initially, window, because walking on broken glass, window, glass window. Do you want me to say window again? Window.
Oh, so you're seeing like following the punishment theme, like like walking a plank is bad, walking a window would be just as bad.
Yeah, definitely. But I gotta go with Burger a little bit on this because I do like ding dong. It's like, ding dong, the witch is dead. So like, yeah, it's punishment. Again, it's consistently punishment is what I'm looking for. Bring the pain.
There you go. I think it all comes down to tone, really. Like what is the tone of the deliverer? Like, we don't have the plank, so you'll have to walk the ding dong. Or is it a little bit more piratey? I mean, look, that's going to be up to you to decide. So these are all very interesting first impressions. Here's what I want you to do. Start getting to writing, because we're going to go check in with Sam Proof and the Word Herd, see what they have to say.
All right, real quick, we got window from Boogie, oars from T. Richardson, J.K. Palm says this is clearly physical therapist, which Mr. J might need after all this heat exhaustion. Soda Reap says plonk, it has to be plonk. I'm personally a fan of plonk anytime it comes up, but when it's replacing plank, plonk is perfectly I can't. Punkish says ding dong. Thank you for the enthusiasm. Hostess enjoys that. Irish Lunatic says walking briquettes is clearly the one. Thank you, Irish. I look to you for my spiritual guidance. Moon Raven says walk the ding dong was Johnny Cash's first draft. It's what was it? So it's for you. Know that I'd be even turned to tide because you're mine. I walk the ding dong. It's the worst impression ever. I'm sorry, Johnny Cash. Please don't break my legs.
I was here for it.
Cryptodon says ding dong, plonking it all the way. That is starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, I believe, this Christmas. And J.K. Palms comes back with plonks are a great value. Now available at Walmart, I believe. All right. And let's see if we can't get a great value and a consensus. Over to you.
Okay, so we heard from the Word Herd. We've heard from all your first impressions. Let's see where we're landing on this. Mr. J. Washington, I started with you. What did you eventually decide on?
I legit, two things. Turned on my air conditioner Couldn't take it no more. Y'all going to understand.
Yes.
I was like, I got this remote. We're going to use it. But number 2, I tried to think logically. Now, that probably was the worst damn thing to do with this statement. I thought logically, okay? Logically. We don't have a plank, so you'll have to walk the briquettes. I thought logically.
Okay. So briquettes make sense following the punishment theme. Let's see what our other fellow panelists have to say. Burger.
I'm going to tell you honestly, I'm going to stay strong on this one, and I'm going to go ahead and hold up my ding dong.
Oh, an appropriate time to do so. Understandably so. Danielle Soto, what you got?
So as much as I respect Jay and admire his logic has never been my favorite. So since I'm not in the same room as Burger, I can't hold up his ding dong. So I'll hold up.
2 ding dongs on a briquette.
Hell no, I'm not changing. You ain't even got to ask me. I don't hold nobody's damn ding dong. You already.
Come walk the ding dong with us.
Everybody's doing it, Jay.
Everybody's doing it. Everybody get on the floor, walk the dinosaur. Y'all walk them ding dongs yourself.
Hey, grab the ding dong, get the creamy middle, get the creamy middle all in your mouth.
We're just going to embrace it and walk on it. That's all.
Yeah,
when you don't have a plank, you can walk on this ding. No, okay. Now that we're going to do a whole
black
movie
auntie that's going through dementia have you heard say that? We ain't got no plank, so you can walk on the ding dong, baby. Like, that's what that sound like. No.
That's the only party I want to go to, just so I have that, because that's a story. So we do have another majority decision. We have a winner. Ding dong is our winner. Congratulations to Grand Rims a lot. Grand Rims a lot. You will be receiving for the win, you will be receiving an official, unofficial NFT prize. Here we go, because now we're moving on to round 3. Now, round 3, we're going to change things up a little bit. We call this the Rise for Sentencing round. So this is what we're going to do. In this round, it's going to ask an open-ended question that allowed our lovely word herd hoarders a chance to answer with a sentence or a phrase. So this isn't just one word. It's going to be a whole sentence. It'll make sense. Here we go with round 3. The prompt is, got to put my pirate voice on for this. When you're pillaging, what's the first thing ye take? Let's see what the word herd submitted.
A piss?
Unguarded feedstock individualist. Dead senior's sweaty summer diarrhea. Leakiest opal. Shined big boy bread. Unshielded obsequious child brought cheese. Formal contributions. Challenging recordus flints. Biggest farmed posterior. Ligatured hiker's parts. Unconscious venturer juicing apple pie. Each of those
what type of serial killers came up with these words?
The types that buy NFTs. This is the future, everybody. So when you're pillaging, what's the first thing you take? So with that, and it's a lot, Danielle Soto, let's start with you. Let's just throw you in the deep end here and say, what jumps out at you first?
Diarrhea is so funny.
It does jump out.
Yeah. So immediately, plus like I'm a Golden Girls fanatic, so there's the word seniors, gotta love that. Let's see. There was also another one. Oh, unconscious venturer juicing apple pie.
Okay.
Just sounds yummy and refreshing.
And you know what? Pillaging, that takes it out of you. So you might need something a little tasty and refreshing.
Totally.
I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good point. I'm like more focused on the apple pie.
Gotcha. I'm here to help. Now, Mr. J. Washington, you seem what we would call
disturbed,
taken aback. Yeah, aghast, if you will. So what jumps out at you from any of these?
There's not a therapist on the list or prayer. a Bible verse,
Mhm,
a little
mhm.
bit of redemption, because the biggest farm prosperity, somebody just like, yo, I'm finna get this Whole Foods ass. Like, I'm gonna pillage that first. I'm gonna get this non-GMO ass real quick. Ligature hiker park. So yeah, that sounds like somebody at Ring Canyon in Los Angeles. But the most logical thing, the unconscious, like I feel like you shouldn't get nobody unconscious, but the unconscious venture juice and apple pie. Like, is that a loose pie? Is it just moist? Is that a moist pie? Like, that don't even sound.
Well, we're talking fruit pies here. Fruit pies tend to have a little moisture to them.
I guess
If
so. Okay. Okay.
We're going to help you through this. We're going to help you through this. Shame on you, word herd. Look what you have done to Jay. All right, he's in a state right now, and he needs to really have someone he can talk to bring him
Ding
to
dong seem better now, huh?
consent with it, right? A minute ago it was ding dong. Now we're talking about hikers, parts, and unconscious venturers. So while Jay is processing this burger, what jumps out at you?
I'm going to tell you is what jumps out is leakiest opal, because I didn't know opals leak to begin with, but this
I'm
is
with
the
you.
one that was leaking. This one out leaked every other opal.
Exactly. No, I had
like,
questions.
I'm like, I'm like, well, if I was pillaging, and it was like, what do I grab? And over there's the leakiest opal. I'm putting my ding dongs down and I'm grabbing the opal, but I'm also very into the unconscious venture juicing apple pie, because apple pie is delicious and the rest of it just sounds Hawaiian in a way. And I'm kind of into it.
Okay. All right. I love that. I love that reasoning. And with that, we're going to go to Sam Proof and the Word Herd and see what they are saying about all this.
All right. Starting us off, Spin to Turtle says, "We are sick bastards." Yes, you are. How dare you all for everything. Soda Reap says, "Glad to see the sweaty diary." Well, that's the worst thing I've ever said out loud. Thank you for that, Soda Reap. G Games, formal contribution, aka the booty. That's fair. Thank you for staying on topic. T Richardson says, "I got lost after Opal." Yes, it is just a virtual word salad. People are trying to come up with the longest possible answers for the round 3 prompts now, and it's a lot. Irish Lunatic says, "Senior's sweaty diarrhea is the new facial cleanser." No, I was wrong. That's the worst thing I've ever said
How
out loud.
dare you?
That is a mouthful of horrible. Thank you for that. Moonraven says, "LOL, bet you appreciate ding dongs now, Jay." Yikes. Well, I'd appreciate a consensus, so let's throw it back to you.
Well, y'all leave this man Jay alone for having very realistic reactions to these things. So with that, let's go back to the panel, see where everybody's falling. Danielle Soto, so you were thinking apple pie. Where did you land?
Great question. So that was a lot of words to write. Mm-hmm. So instead I just drew a little picture. So we have the unconscious venturer. He has a map. And he's juicing. That's a syringe filled with steroids. But instead of juicing steroids, it's apple pie.
Boom, boom, boom. Love the visual representation. I'm feeling that. That's all the explanation you need, worth 1,000 words. So, Mr. J. Washington, now that you've had time to process, what did you land on?
I landed on, I regret a lot of decisions I've made in life. Tonight, reading these words was one of them. Writing these words was number 2. But I did come up with a thing. I can't believe I actually wrote it. I just scribbled it. Unconscious venture juice and apple pie. Okay, I can write it all.
Hey now, and included an apple. Okay, that right there is what do you call it? That's a breakthrough. Okay, you went down to the darkest depths and you came up with an apple.
Recesses. I had to go.
Proud of you. Burger. Where are we at?
I went with Au Jacques.
Is that unconscious Vince juicing apple pie?
It sure is.
Boom! Consensus. Word heard at the same time of me saying shame on you. I do want to say congratulations to, all right, now let me see if I'm saying this right. S. Jakalaka or Sajakalaka. Sajakalaka, congratulations. Your unconscious venture of juicing apple pie has earned you an official, unofficial NFT prize. And now we can clean our brains of that and move on to round 4, which is our twofer round. So what that means is that they need 2 cards to submit. Let's take a look. It'll make sense when you see it. Pirate voice again. May your blade be blank and your powder blank. So they submitted 2 words to fill in those blanks. Let's see what the word heard submitted. May your blade be stable and your powder regaled. May your blade be forsaken and your powder ample. May your blade be shined and your powder watercolor. May your blade be meekest and your powder scrabble. May your blade be exquisite and your powder jam-packed. May your blade be unsanitary and your powder festering. May your blade be poaching and your powder jet-propelled. May your blade be hikers and your powder schoolmaster. May your blade be butchering and your powder hair-raising. And may your blade be musculature and your powder soaked. As you are picking these, realize that the words come as a pair as they were read to you. There's no mixing and matching. It's only the word right next to the other word. So with that, Burger, I'm going to start with you. What jumps out at you first here?
I got to tell you again right away, it's going to be the unsanitary festering. And I'm thinking that the blade's unsanitary and festering from the leaky opal. Yeah, I got to go with unsanitary and festering. And plus, I just bond with that.
I can see, that's something that a pirate would say to a, and if you go to an opal and it's leaking, chances are that's not an opal, but it probably will produce something unsanitary. Danielle Soto, what jumps out at you?
Right. So immediately exquisite, beautiful word, and jam-packed, because I feel like if you're at like a jam, there might be some powder. So
I got you.
Depending on the year and region. So there's that. But then also like shined and watercolor, because blade shined perfect, fits perfectly. And then the powder watercolor, it just sounds like one of those like pretty little vases with the sand that's different color, but like it's organized in a really nice fashion, and it's just like calming and like a good souvenir to bring your friend when you get back from Cape Cod.
Oh, there you go. So very like Pinterest type thing, or being offered a bump at a party. Does the exquisite and jam packed might suggest?
I just looked it up. You're not supposed to do cocaine.
Oh, okay. Has everybody got that? No cocaine. You are not supposed to do cocaine.
Would have been great to know a few seconds ago.
Starting now.
Okay, fine. Go ahead, next.
So, Mr. J. Washington, what jumps out at you?
Well, the fact I know I've been ruined by seeing these words, because I first saw the word forsaken after I initially saw foreskin, and I was like, why is somebody's blade foreskin? I was like, that is disturbing. And I had to read it again. I was like, whoop, that's forsaken. Oh, whoop. Like, may your blade be your foreskin and your circumcision. Then I was like, what type of pirate are we talking about? We talking about a nice one? Because it'd be like, may your blade be shined and your powder be watercolor. Maybe you know what I'm saying, that pirate is real nice and frugal, okay? But then I was like, what if you don't like nobody? You just want everybody to die. May your blade be unsanitary and your powder be festering. Like, I want your gunpowder to have maggots in it. I want your gunpowder to smell like the back of somebody's ashy feet. I want your gunpowder to look like old residue.
Exactly. No, see that's pirate right there. That's pirate 101. That sounds like somebody who's going to raid your ship. And
You don't die from the bullet, you die from the affection 3 days later.
that's what it's going to be. It's going to be some
like
leaky
Oregon
opals.
Trail, baby, like that Oregon Trail grade. Everybody dies of dysentery. You already know what it is.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
With
If you're gonna
no
kill me,
oxen.
kill me the first time.
So, all sound logic. Get your writing utensils, write down those final answers, and let's check in with the word heard and Mr. Sandproof, see what they're saying.
All right. J.K. Palm starting us off with this is absolutely exquisite and jam-packed. Boogie says shined in watercolor. Irish says he's with you, Jay. Every time I see Forsaken, my mind reads foreskin. Thanks for that. Always with the best sentences,
You got to rub
Irish.
that blade to get it going.
Nope. FN Gnews says jam-pack that powder. Again, as we just learned, that is illegal. Mogwai Shadow says exquisite, jam-packed, makes the most sense. It truly fits. Yeah. T. Richardson says, is watercolor see-through or colored water?
Okay.
FYI, for those of you who don't have kids, watercolor actually starts as a powder and then you add your own water to it. So I think it's like all of those Instagram pictures where they're just being shot by clouds of color. And Irish says, sand art screams pirates. Pass me another little bottle and a cork. All right, back to you for a little consensus.
Now I'm just thinking of pirates with little cork bottles of sand who are trading them on Etsy or whatever the pirate equivalent of that was. But let's check in with our panelists to see where they landed. Let me see. Who did I start with this time? Did I start with you, Burger? I think no. Who did I start with?
You
know what? Burger, I'm going to you anyway. What did you write down?
Well, I did. I stuck again. I'm going to stay unsanitary and festering.
Yep. Makes all the sense in the world. We're talking about the pirates here. Danielle Soto, were you swayed? Did you stick to your guns? Did somebody influence you? Where did you land here?
I agree with our friend in the chat who said sand art screams pirates, and I went with shined watercolor.
Shined and watercolor. Keeping it civil on these 7 C's. Mr. J. Washington, what say you?
I mean, I was going to be real nice and just go with the poaching. But then I was like, ain't nobody thinking about no damn poaching. And then got to go jet propelled. We talking about pirates. Piracy and jet. That's the demon. You know? So I just went with unsanitary and festering.
Unsanitary and festering. Danielle, do ye yield?
Well, let me just say this to her. The word festering is in it.
I see your point. Okay.
If you weren't swayed before.
I'll walk the cloak.
Boom! Look at that. And we have a peer pressure influence consensus here. Everybody's doing it. Congratulations to Kumquat.
Of course, Kumquat won. Of course, a Kumquat won.
For your submission there, you will be looking for your official, unofficial NFT prize. And panelists, word heard, we are to our final round. We're going to wrap it up with our golden special edition round. This is for the golden special edition cards only. Let's take a look at what we came up with for round 5. The rougher the sea, the smoother the blank. Now,
Look,
considering what has been submitted all game, I know they're going to bring it home for me. Let's see what the word heard submitted.
Show me foreskin.
Show me orgasm.
The rougher the sea, the smoother the sanctuary. The rougher the sea, the smoother the pint. The rougher the sea, the smoother the boogie. The smoother the wrestle. The smoother the jubilees. The smoother the barbers. The smoother the fiesta. The smoother the congratulations. The smoother the recompute. The smoother the summer. Before I ask for your first impressions, word heard, after everything that you submitted, now you go tame on us? Now everything here is all nice and breezy? Okay. I see you. I just want you to know I see you. And with that, let's get some first impressions. Danielle, I'm going to start with you. What jumps out at you first here?
Well, Boogie. I might think about that later tonight. But
See,
yeah,
smoother the boogie.
Smoother the Boogie. Talk to me. However, I also really like Fiesta.
Okay.
And I feel like pirates would wrestle. So I'm definitely torn on this. There's lots of good options. I'm excited to hear what my other panelists think.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's like the rougher the sea, the smoother the boogie. Sounds like something that Bootsy Collins would say in an old song or something like that. You know, the rougher the sea, the smoother the boogie, baby. Like I can see that happening.
It's very foxy Cleopatra.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Burger, what jumps out at you?
I don't know why really, but Jubilees. And I don't know. I mean, like, I think of like some like where I'm at a bar and a middle-aged woman's like, look, honey, the rougher the sea, the smoother the Jubilees, you know, come over here, touch this. You know, I don't know. And I just think like I would be like, okay, ma'am, and, you know, touch them. But the point I'm making is Jubilees really just kind of swung at me.
And I'm picturing her with an eye patch just because this would really help.
Obviously.
Thing. Eye patch and a leg made of like a peg leg, not even an artificial limb. Like she just straight up went with the peg leg. In this bar that exists in my head now that you have created, Mr. J. Washington.
Methinks me looks at these words and me sees nothing that actually comes out. Me wanted to see orgasm or kumquat again. But I don't know why I just did that horrible ass pirate voice. But
I was feeling it.
The rougher the sea, I literally like the only thing that stands out to me is like the smoother the Fiesta, because like if you got some rough seas, the smoother the party, you know what I mean? Because that's what a Fiesta is a party. But then, like as a professional wrestler myself, the rougher the sea, the smoother the wrestle. I'm not gonna agree with that. So yeah, I'm stuck.
Okay, but no, you bring us some expertise here. So straight from the mouth of it, wrestle's not working for Mr. J. Washington. That's what we got swimming around in our heads. See if you are influenced by one another. And we go one final time to Sam Proust and the Word Herd. See if they can put their influence on this.
All right, starting us off, Boogie MVP with Boogie. Shocking. J.K. Palms says this is definitely summer, and then follows up with, did Boogie buy Boogie? Which the last time Boogie showed up, Boogie did not own. Moonraven says rough seas make the boogie easier, and Boogie comes back. Boogie is mine. You did it. You made it happen. All right. How much did that cost?
Proud of you, Boogie.
That is an NFT in demand. Mogwai Shadow says pint would make things smoother. Yeah. That's fair. That's gonna also cool me down after hanging out in this garage. Art Addicted says Jubilees. There you go. We're all over the place here. And T. Richardson says, let's wrestle these here, mate. That was also an excellent Mr. J worthy pirate impression, pretty sure. So back to you before I say anything horrible, and let's try to get a consensus.
I mean, now really, I did say that this was the tamest thing. Any of these can be innuendo. I just wanted to point that out right here because, again, it's all about tone. But we've heard wonderful arguments all the way around. Let's bring this home and see where everybody landed. Danielle Soto.
I decided to stick and decided to go with Boogie, and the O's are little disco balls.
See, always bringing the visual element. Boogie Wonderland, Boogie Nights, Boogie for the Boogie. Mr. Burger.
I got to tell you, I was really digging the Jubilee, but my sister used to call me Boogie because Burger.
Ah, okay. Yay. Okay. Now, Mr. J. Washington, always the man of sound logic, definitely probably going to want to visit a church, perhaps a therapist after this experience you've had here. What did you land on?
See, what had happened was I had my mind set on a word, and then that word did not go with the word that I thought I should use. So I decided to just go ahead and boogie on down with everybody else.
Oh, look at this. In a surprise twist, we have a straight up consensus on Boogie, the rougher the sea, the smoother the boogie, baby.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, the winner is Boogie.
Boogie,
Boogie.
It paid off. You knew it. You knew it. You knew it. So, congratulations to you, Boogie. You stuck to those guns. It finally paid off for you. Get that NFT with pride. And to the word heard, to our panelists, that's our show. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching Own Every Word, the game show. But before we go, Danielle, where can the people find you?
Absolutely. If you want to follow me, my comedy, me personally, it's Danielle Soto 617 on everything. That's the area code in Boston, 617. And if you want to follow my Golden Girls stuff, it's Golden Girls Doc. That's on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. My TikTok, I post videos all the time with Golden Girls fun facts, and I would love to see some of you there. So, and watch me on Disney and Golden Girls Facebook Live on September 14th.
That's my stuff. Okay, Mr. J. Washington, where can the people find you?
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Mr. J. Washington, MRJAY. You should really know how to spell Washington. I shouldn't need to repeat that. The Mad Titan podcast, where I get you caught up on everything happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. It is barbershop talk for nerds. Come on in the convo. And like you said earlier, American Gigolo on Showtime. It debuts this Friday. I think like 9 p.m. Pacific or something like that. But I start appearing episode 2, and I will be in throughout the entire most of the season. So you will see me in that series.
Love that. Burger, where can the people find you?
Mostly watching Jay's TV show and listening to Danielle's podcast. But other than that, if you're, I mean, you could catch me being banned most places. Here's the thing. I just want to really point out that Rims a Lot, Sajakalaka, Kumquat, and Boogie won. I just wanted to say those words again. And I think that is more important than anyone seeing me. I'm on TikTok. I'm Burger.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you all panelists for being here. I've been your host, Matt Harris. Be sure to find us on crypto.com/NFT to follow all of our drops. And if you want to play along next time, go to owneveryword.com and join us again next and every Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Good night, everybody. Walk the ding dong.